Good evening. Hello, everybody. Hello. We are in a different studio this evening.
Yeah, we sure are. It's a completely
Welcome,
different environment.
welcome. This is the Janes. Welcome to the Janes and Selene show. Miss Selene is out this evening, but we do have Mr. James on me.
What's up, everybody? How are y'all tonight? We're going to give it just a second for everybody to start popping in, and we're going to get on here and start tagging some folks. Picture's looking great, Tim. You did a great job. And everyone at following and highlight. We're going to have a great show tonight, y'all. Unfortunately, Miss Selene is unable to be here with us. Um, I'm not sure why, but she's dealing with herself and she's taking care of herself. So we're gonna do what we gotta do, and we're gonna handle up, and we're gonna have a great night, y'all. Boom. Let's tag in a couple of others. Sheila. And we got I'm gonna tag in. Boom. And we're gonna tag in. Bam. And we're gonna tag in. Jared. Bam. And who else do we have? Who else do we have? Paris, Justin, Koshika. Oh, there he is. Boy, I was about to tag him in live. What's up tonight, Justin? How are you? So, like Tammy said earlier, Miss Selene will not be joining us tonight, unfortunately, but we're going to have a great night. I think we got a great topic to talk about. And me and T Birdie, we are just going to roll it up. We are in a new studio. It's a little something we put together at my home this time. For a little while, we're going to be bouncing studios and doing whatever we got to do. Ah, Oh, it is a Tuesday night, isn't it? It feels like a second Monday.
It does.
It
I'm
was,
tired.
me too. It was one of those, I don't even know. Like all weekend long, I had sinus issues. So I ended up staying in bed. And beyond that, between cleaning and getting some floors prepared, because at my house, we are changing out floors. So that's a little something we're doing in the middle of everything else. I agree, Justin. It is a second Monday. What's up, Paris?
Hey, Paris. What's good? I don't know. You tell us. You're the one that's always got something good.
Right. Oh, Paris got. I saw a brisket he was cooking recently. That looked pretty good. I'm just saying. That brisket. See, I feel you, Kashika. Chef K has a sinus infection. I had a sinus headache all weekend long. I think Saturday I stayed in bed most of the day. We played D&D later that night, but I had sinus infection. It was not a sinus infection, but I had
I
the
stay with
pressure
a
was in my face.
I stay with a sinus infection.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the side of it. Well, I don't know about that. T Birdie cooked some spaghetti too. You think spaghetti's giving us the sinus infection?
No,
If
man,
that's the
that's not
case,
spaghetti.
if that's the case, Chef K cooked it. T Bird cooked it. Spaghetti will give you the sinus infection. Apparently, I don't know. That's a new thing. No leftovers on that big old brisket, Paris. That sounds pretty good. But it's going to be a great night. Unfortunately, Miss Selene was unable to be here with us. She's taking care of things on her side and getting it going. But we have a pretty good conversation tonight, y'all. I've been sitting here thinking about it, and I kind of texted Tammy about it earlier. And tonight's show, we're going to talk about turning yourself around. At what point do you turn your life around? Now, that could be whether you're going down a bad road, that could be just in a disagreement with a family member,
Or
friend,
if you
loved one,
lost.
or you just lost. Like sometimes you just be driving, be like, man, Google got me somewhere I don't know, or ways to get you somewhere. And the next thing you know, there's supposed to be 12 cops and you're taking a different road. You remember that time, Tim, in
Oh
Alabama, we took
Lord.
that detour
Oh
and
Lord.
we went through probably, man, it was right off of, was that 65
I
north
I don't know
from
where it
Mobile to
was,
Montgomery?
but it was dark. I remember
And
it
then,
being dark.
oh, it was hillbillies, baby. Whenever we got onto them dark
Banjos.
roads, it was like a little 2-lane highway in the middle of the woods. I heard banjos
I
playing.
don't even think it
And
was a.
Tammy started going slow. And I said, Tammy, you see something in them woods, you better speed up. We're
I
not
don't even.
playing that
I don't
game.
even think it was a 2 lane road. It was just the old
It,
country road.
yeah, I mean, we probably did that for 20 minutes to skip out on, I don't know, 2 miles of interstate travel. It made no sense. What was happening was it was in the middle of the night. We had just dropped off Paris back at home and we were tired. Like it was probably what, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And
Harris,
we were
I'm
like,
glad you seem to think that that's funny.
it was wrong turn in Alabama. Ain't nobody want to do a wrong turn in Alabama like that. Like I'm being for real. That's kind of scary. You hear them. Justin, you used to live in Alabama. You tell me about it.
Justin lived in Alabama.
It was either Mississippi or Alabama. Justin, where did you live before? I'm pretty sure it was Alabama, though. Maybe not.
Maybe not. I don't know. So, but anyway, so at what point do you turn
Turn around.
around?
Exactly. I don't know. I'm kind of on the sign. I think it was recorded here. No, Paris, not the show. We're actually talking about something that actually happened after we dropped you off one night. Yeah, see, Justin's from Alabama. Justin, what you
He
know
is
about them
not
backwoods,
from
Alabama?
Alabama.
He lived there.
He lived there, but he's not from
Well, I
there.
mean,
It's a
technically, he's
big
from his
difference.
mama. There's a difference. I don't know. But at what point do you turn around? At what point do you say, hey, look, this is not right, and I need to either figure something out, even if it's not a complete turnaround? At what point do you stop and you start to figure out and either say, hey, I'm lost or I'm wrong? That's a hard one.
So Desiree is saying, I think you turn your life around when you have no other place to turn and realize what you're doing is not working anymore. Just like driving. If the road gets too shaky, turn it around.
I agree with that. I mean, but I don't know if everyone, like, at what point do you feel that way? And that could be with just about anything in life, honestly. It could be traveling where you're not real sure what's happening on the road. You took a detour because of traffic or because of a road closure or something like that. And Waze and Google's not picking it up. And it's like, oh, do I
Harris
just
says
keep on
before you
going?
go to jail.
Well, that's a good idea. You might want to stop before you end up in jail.
That's
Don't
fine.
call me. I don't want to go pick you up, but I probably will if I have to. But you're gonna be waiting a while if I got to come from Louisiana go to Alabama. Yeah, let's not go to jail.
We don't have any more we don't have any more what's bond money.
Yeah, we're out of bond money. Yeah, that's not good. So nobody goes to jail. And I agree, Kashika. Well, I don't. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. Alabama's a strange place. And if you're from Louisiana and you have Louisiana tags and you happen to drive through there during a college game, like, um, yeah, not good. Not good at all. I've seen some weird things happen in a Walmart parking lot because of that. And
Yeah.
simply that was the only reason.
So Desiree's saying you have to be in tune with your own self to know when to turn around or when you need your
Your
rubber
rubber boots.
boots.
I like that. That is a good one. I mean, I'm just saying, and that actually goes for everything in life. It's let's say you start a business and you're putting money into this business. At what point do you stop and you're like, okay, I need to reassess the situation because either I'm losing money or I haven't waited long enough to gain any money off of my investment.
And Justin has a point too whenever everybody's telling you that. Because sometimes other people will see something that you do not see or that you do not recognize.
I agree. And a lot of
An
times,
outside view.
absolutely. I think it's funny how a lot of times when someone sees it, our initial response is, oh no, that's not me. I'm fine. I'm good. But usually, especially like in my case, if I automatically throw a defensive mechanism, like, no, I'm good. That's not me. I'm not in the wrong. I'm fine. But you go home, and next thing you know, you're thinking about it. Whether you're, sitting on the toilet, laying down in bed, or playing on your phone and you're bored, and then you start to wonder, okay, am I really the toxic one in this situation? Or am I just crazy? At what point do you figure that out? Because it's hard in relationships, it's hard in friendships, family, it's obvious. Not everybody gets along. And at what point should you consider, is my actions being toxic to others, or am I just speaking my personal truth? And
What
can that be both?
I don't know. Justin, I do my best thinking in life on the toilet. Seriously, that's because it's quiet in there.
Right. And I like that. Paris said that he changed his life around whenever he found out about Layla, which is his first child,
His only
his
child.
only child, his
Thank you.
only child. And he made some changes in his life
Her is
because
so beautiful though.
she's a gorgeous, and she's so sassy and funny. I love her. She's gonna give y'all hell, Paris. I'm just letting you know now. You may need to reconsider that wrong turn a few times.
Yeah. Hey, Danny.
What's up, Danny? How are you?
He says he's been sick with the flu.
Dude, let me tell you, I was in bed all weekend long with like my sinuses. I had a sinus headache. I had pressure in back of my eyes. My eyes were light sensitive. So just watching TV and stuff was kicking my butt. So I get it, man. Like I had to take the weekend off. All this pollen, like before this rain, my red
Oh
car
yeah.
was yellow.
Yeah,
It
mine
was
too.
yellow with
Mine,
pollen.
yeah, the pollen was built up on it. I went to try to sit on the swing the other day. It was full of pollen, and so
Uh-huh.
then I get a rag and was wiping it off, and it
And
was
it's
all
all it
slimy.
doing just puffing up
Yeah, and I was
everywhere.
like, oh no, that's not good.
No, Sheila Boo Boo, I hope you feel better soon. Yeah, you feel that way, Paris? That's good. Is it in what way do you feel you've changed? Because I like to see how different things in everyone's life changes your life. Um, I know that Justin and Kashika, they have a daughter, and they've gone through multiple foster children. I will lie if I guessed at the number, but I'm pretty sure it's like
He
very
told us,
high
so I
double
forget.
digits.
Yeah.
They've actually cared for a lot of children. And that kind of decision in life is really page turning. I mean, you really take a turn at that point, and you change things in your life whenever you have children, or even whenever you're trying to love a child that's not directly yours. It's a different situation. See, 30 plus, that's amazing. Like,
Wow, Kashika,
that's a lot.
that's special. Yes, that's a lot.
That makes some changes. And I mean, I'm sure it wasn't always easy and it wasn't always perfect. So at some point in time, you have to consider, is my actions causing the issue, or am I just reacting to other things? You're right. Sometimes you just have to be not so serious and just let it flow. I mean, at what point do you do that? I mean, it's hard because I think that would be situational based, and there's not a clear answer. You know,
Pray about it.
yeah, I agree. That's a lot of prayers. That's a lot of meditation. Whatever you do is, you really have to stop and consider it. Whether it's therapy or talking to somebody, I mean, whether it's a therapist or a pastor or even a friend, every now and then I go and ask a friend, hey, am I crazy? Like, is this me? Am I like looking at this situation wrong? And then I'll give them the details of it, not because I'm trying to get somebody on my side, but because I'm generally concerned, am I treating this situation improperly?
All right. Yeah. He says I had to pray a lot not to get beat up. My kids bully.
I hear. Ooh, I mean, we may not need to be able to beat them up, but we could scare them, Justin. Like, I'm willing to go down that turn for a few minutes if we need to just go, put the fear of the Lord. I'm not going to say we're going to lay hands or anything. That, we can't say those things online and ever mean it. But, I'm down with going
Command
scare a
24.
bully.
Well,
Like,
how
I
y'all
don't
say
like
that?
bullies. I grew up as a fat little kid. I understand bullies and I don't play.
Paris says he thinks he's a little more mature on decision making and just in general.
I would think that's hello, Miss Sarah. How are you? And I agree with that. Because you start looking at things whenever you go from being a couple to being a couple with a child, you really have to stop and consider it's everything from finances to sleep. Everything changes. Your finances change, your sleep patterns change, what you buy at the grocery store,
I got what
even
you
that changes because it may not even be a cost thing, but you don't need it in the house. It goes from having snacks whenever you want to limiting how many snacks you buy because you have a child that may not understand how to not eat them all up at one time.
Paris, you remember that? Limit yourself.
Yes.
Them boys used to eat up them snacks so fast, I stopped buying them.
Man, that reminds me of a time we basically took a little wrong turn in Tennessee and we went go take a little visit. And he drank what? It was probably an 8 pack of Gatorade in a couple of hours.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
I
like, and
remember
we was
that.
all we were doing was like driving and going to the house. So it wasn't anything strenuous. Nobody was sweating. Nobody was playing football. Nobody was getting beat up. Nobody was going to scare some bullies. Chef K, we're gonna talk about that later. You just tell Justin get with me tomorrow at work. We may have to go make a little ride by because I know a white panel van that we could take a tag off of. I ain't shame. I'll be for real. Like we could put some fear of the Lord in a couple people.
Yeah, so Paris drank 2 packs of
You see,
Gatorade.
yeah, a
Made
dude.
himself sick.
He was puking. He could not get off the couch or the bed. He was laying down. I heard.
The
Oh my
whole first
God.
day of vacation.
Talk about making new decisions after that, Paris. That's kind of a wrong turn right there and
Hi,
turning yourself
Sarah.
around.
How are you?
I mean, I don't know. I guess in my own situation, one of my biggest wrong turns was, you spend too much on credit cards and you get caught up. But, sometimes it takes a minute. You have to go and you
How
have
many
to,
times do you have to pay a credit card off before you decide to stop using them? That's
whoo!
me.
That just got tight. Oh, that's some real heart talk right there. I'm not even playing with y'all.
Hey, I had to swipe that card today, though.
Thank
God.
You got
Thank
it, girl.
you, Jesus, for credit cards. I had to go have a 4-wheel alignment. Y'all ever heard of a 4-wheel alignment?
No, I've never heard of a 4-wheel alignment talking about making a wrong turn.
Look
Well, how
at
did you
Angela
do that?
Tebow.
Miss Angela Tebow, how are you
Hi,
tonight,
girl.
love? That's what we do.
Hey, say Jack. Oh, that's Jack. Hey, Jack.
Jackie, you want to jump in on the show? I'll let you in, baby. I got a mic ready to go.
Had
But
a rock and roll experience. Oh, Justin.
Paris had
had
a rock and roll
experience.
Man, he had more than a rock and roll experience. That boy was like feeling rough. He was sick. I see. Oh, we got Robert Lejean, our cousin. What's up, dude? The older I get, the more it teaches me what matters and what doesn't. I agree 100%. Things that matter when you're younger, and once you get a couple of years on you, it's different. It is not the same. I agree. Something I used to stress about just doesn't matter to me. Like what other people think about you and what you do. I agree. Like I've gotten to the point now that I don't care what anybody thinks about me. I mean, I do my best to be a good person and, do something great and just not be that butthole. But we try. And I agree. Sometimes you have to just stop caring what other people think because their opinions do not matter.
Not anymore. They don't.
No, I agree. But Robert is right. Go
Robert,
ahead,
how are
Rob.
you feeling?
Didn't he just have a birthday? No, Uncle Gene had
Uncle
a
Gene had
birthday.
the birthday, but I seen that Angie put that he was sick and that
Oh,
Robert was sick
well, I hope he's feeling
from.
better. We'll keep Uncle Gene in our prayers.
I talked to him on the phone. Me and Sissy called him.
Did you?
We
How'd that
did.
go?
It went good. He didn't talk. He didn't talk on the phone. You
He
know, we
never
had to.
talks super
We
long.
had to be sure to keep
But for
our
him to
voice
actually
down
pick
for
up
him.
the phone, that means he was ready and willing to talk.
Yes,
So that was a good thing.
And Aunt Ravi said, I don't know if he's gonna want to talk. He's so tired. They just got back from lunch or from dinner. But he got on the phone. I was so excited.
Talking about turn yourself around, I'm reminded of that time that we brought Mom to go and visit Uncle Gene in Kokomo, Indiana. And because we were basically just doing a around the world trip, once we left there, we were actually heading towards Minnesota to see Morris, a brother of ours, our oldest brother. And we stopped on the south. I brought Tammy through the south side of Chicago.
Oh, jeez.
We stopped at this red light, and there was basically a meth camper that had just recently blown up. And how do I know it just recently blown up? Because it was still smoking. It was blown and there was trash falling off of it and it was still smoking. The tow truck
we
was
would have
dragging
rolled our windows down, we might have gotten high.
Oh, we was T Birdie was like, don't roll your window down. Don't stop. I'm about to run this red light. She legit said, I'm about to run this red light. I'm like, you better turn yourself around, girl. That's not good. We pulled up on that and she's looking at me and she's like, where do you have me now? Like, I don't get this. But, to be fair, I'm not much of a Chicago person. I never really lost anything on that trip.
Was Paris with us for that one?
You,
Were we in the van?
we were in your car.
We were in my car.
Yeah, the first trip Paris came with us.
Yeah,
the second trip, I think we brought him home and then went on the trip.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was with us that time.
I don't think so either.
No, because I think we were in the car that time.
It was just remember, you and Mom.
Right. The other time that we went, we actually went up to Minnesota first. You remember? Because we were driving what? I don't know, 20 hours or so. Yeah. And around the 17th hour, I felt like Star Wars. Yeah, because there was cones everywhere. Yeah. And as driving, they were just like, swoo, swoo, swoo. And it reminded me of like that opening scene in Star Wars. And like my eyes was getting really, really like they were getting dim. I was getting tired. And it was messing with me. And to the point where I started seeing people run across the road. At that point, I was like, turn around, pull over. I had to pull over and Tammy's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I'm seeing kids run across the street. I can't drive no more. I got to chill. That was like about, I don't know, 17, 18 hours into the trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we pulled over and Tammy took the reins and we slept for a little while. We drove for a little while. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's time for another road trip.
I agree. We love doing road trips.
Justin, we are not always high.
No. That's natural, Justin. Man, talk about a day. Robert, I'm good. It's just some acid reflux and then tore a hole in my esophagus. I was throwing, ouch. That is not fun.
Earlier I did. Oh, we love you too, Rob.
Yes, sir. We love you, brother. Oh, man. Where do we go from here?
I don't know. I'm kind of lost.
Are you lost? Do you need to turn around?
I need to turn around.
You need to turn yourself. Turn around. Bright eyes. Every now and then. We do not own the rights to that music. So do not come sue us because I don't have anything. Like at this point, I'll offer you my ink pen. Like you could have this. Like it's okay. I'll let you have. That's all I got. But no, seriously, back on track.
I don't see Miss Karen on here
Yeah, I
today.
don't know what's going on. We only got a few on. Maybe everybody's just having that second Monday and they're dealing with it. You
They
know?
busy, busy.
Don't push that other button. Oh my goodness. T Birdie about to end the stream, y'all. We're
No,
not doing that tonight.
I'm trying
We
to
still
get
got a
the
few
thing.
more to go. What are you looking for?
Well, I was trying to make sure I got everybody that came on.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. You're just going back through. I think you did.
I
I mean, we got a few
did.
hearts. Actually, let's do this. Anyone that hasn't dropped a nice heart yet,
Uh
Miss Selene's not. You could push the comments button. That right there. There you go.
oh.
Yeah, stop clicking
Uh
on
oh.
things. Oh my
Sorry,
goodness. This
sorry.
is
Okay,
bad.
we're gonna go back. Okay.
Oh, Layla's sleeping. Yeah, y'all gonna be turning yourself around come about 10:30 when she wakes up and she don't want to go to bed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Poor baby. But
Mm-hmm.
seriously, whenever you stop and consider it, especially let's say, we're all human and we all make mistakes. And the reality is that at some point in time, everybody will fail you. That's just the reality of it. No matter who you are, at some point in time, we will fail each other and we will disappoint each other. It's just human. It's not that you really meant to, but it happens.
Yep.
And I understand when we're hurt in that because it's a lot. Tell me where I'm being learning to be a good supervisor. Yeah, I agree. That's a new Worm learning to be a supervisor is a new skill that he's developing, and it's a work in progress, and he's doing great. I think. I mean, maybe you could talk a little crap on him. I'm not going to argue it, but no, seriously, people disappoint us, and it's going to happen at some point in time, regardless. Friends, family, loved ones, coworkers will disappoint us. But at what point do you have to stop and say, okay,
This is not working.
this isn't working, and either I need to make a change? And sometimes that changes me.
Yeah.
Have a good night, Robert. Oh, 2:30 for work. Yeah, no, that's okay, buddy. That's whenever I'm trying to get my best sleep. And we're just trying. Miss Karen, how are you tonight? She is hanging out with us. She
She
just
is there.
came in.
I
We
didn't
was worried
see.
about you. We was like, oh, she's not on. I bet she's out. I don't know. She's probably out trying to wash a vehicle from all that pollen.
All that pollen on the, yeah.
Because I know her husband, he's kind of picky about his vehicles. He don't
Yeah.
want to see no dirt and pollen on that truck.
Mm-hmm.
But no, seriously, like it's hard. It's hard to admit that sometimes we're wrong. And I agree with that, Justin. Sometimes we just have to make the best decisions and move on with our life whenever people aren't willing to change or, improve or get better at their life. Some people are happy stuck where they are.
You know, this kind of goes back to Sunday
Okay.
service
Yeah.
when Pastor Leslie was talking about submission, not just for husband and wives, but for
Right. Right.
employees, bosses,
Bosses, employees,
which would be
management,
slaves
right? Whoever's your
and
manager, whoever's your boss, and whoever is your employee.
your employee, your employer. Sometimes you just have to say, okay, not that you the
Right, right.
not that you the a weak person or
No,
anything.
but sometimes you
It's
just have to submit and accept that it may not be right, but we're not going to argue about things that don't matter.
yeah,
I think that's part of it. And sometimes we just have to submit to the point, especially when it's like your loved one, your, significant other. You're not going to always get along 24/7. You're going to argue at times. You're going to have disagreements. And it's how you choose to react to those disagreements is what happens.
yeah, yep.
And sometimes I agree. I agree. Sometimes you have to submit for that to flow naturally. So
Right.
even whenever we may feel like, we may be the right one, and that's at that point, you have to submit and be like, okay, I'm not going to hold this over someone's head, regardless if I feel right or wrong. We're gonna we're gonna fix this relationship and continue
And
forward.
continue, yeah, and
And
just
that's
let
a
it go.
conscious decision.
Like Miss Karen said,
Or
let it
or
go.
you have to make a decision to be who you are, and if they don't want to be that person, then they're gonna just have to go. It goes both ways, and it's hard to determine at what point do you make that decision.
Well, I don't think you'd actually not let them go, but they would have to.
Well, it's not so much at letting them go, it's more along the lines of, if this is who you want to be, well, then you just be you.
Yeah.
You just allow them to be themselves, and if that doesn't involve you in your life, well, you just have to let it move.
Right. Right. I agree.
Yeah, it's a bit out there.
Well,
What you sorry about, Miss Karen? There's nothing to be sorry about.
Kashika says, I've learned with some family members, do you have to leave them behind in order to better yourself? Because they're just going to pull you down with them.
I agree, because at that point they're not willing to stop and say, "Hey, am I the toxic one in this situation? Am I causing more issues than helping the situation?" I agree. Sometimes at some point in time you just have to let them be them, and you just distance yourself enough to take care of you. Absolutely.
Just let them.
Right.
That's
It's
it.
crazy. No, I really didn't think about how this went back to the whole service Sunday, but
Hmm.
it really does. I guess that's kind of subconsciously been on my mind since then, because it's just been crazy. It's been a crazy couple of weeks since we got back from the cruise. In my mind, I felt like it's probably been 3 weeks of Mondays. Just you go from relaxing, enjoying.
I think maybe we just relaxed a little bit too much.
Oh, I agree. We relaxed way too much. And then we came back and everything was full blown, and work was going and life was going. And it was like, oh my God, we're back to the hustle and bustle. And I wasn't ready. I had to turn myself around
Yeah, yeah,
just to
yeah.
get back in the flow of things.
I'm ready for the next one, though.
Well, I'm always ready for the next one. It's basically just trying to get to the next one. I got to
Yeah, it's
make a
going to be a
couple of
while.
decisions to turn some other stuff around, like some credit
some
cards.
some financial some
Yeah.
financial turning around.
But let me turn those around, and I'm going to be right back on that boat. You have no clue.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My goal is a long, probably like one of those 14-day cruises up to Alaska.
Mm.
I think that would be fun.
We got to
You
get
see
us
the polar
people
bears.
with us, though.
Why are you playing footsie me with me, T Birdie?
That's your foot. I keep kicking something.
She's just sitting here kicking me, and I don't know why. Like, I'm
All
at
right,
some point in
Justin. We're
time.
not shaking nothing all about. Cut it out.
We're not shaking anything. This is not shaking bait. Ricky Bobby has not made it to the track yet.
No, he's probably. You posted that thing.
Oh, I did. I
That's
did.
what he's talking about.
Oh, that was awesome. You turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Look, if you didn't see the video after the live stream, you should actually go and check out our page. There's a lovely video of Tammy singing the Hokey Pokey. That was during it was a special breakfast she had got for me for my birthday.
Thing
And it
one,
was,
thing two.
yeah, it was a
breakfast.
Dr. Seuss breakfast. Agreed. It was probably for little kids, but y'all know I got issues. I feel like a little kid inside. I'm
The
not
pancakes
ashamed.
are good, though.
The pancakes were good. I had steak and eggs. I did the adult thing, but I did it with Cat in the Hat. Miss Karen wants to go on the next cruise. Oh, I
Let's
love
go,
it.
Karen.
I agree. That's going to be fun. We need to get together and just do a show cruise.
A show cruise?
We'll do a whole show cruise.
We can do a
May
show
actually
cruise.
break down, get internet. We'll just run a show strictly from the ship. Y'all don't even know. That'd be some
man.
wild stuff, y'all. Ooh.
I don't look adorable.
Oh. she was cute. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't even add anything to the video. I just put a couple of words on it. And I'm like, well, that's gonna go great with the show tonight.
Well, gee, thanks.
You're welcome. I'm so glad you actually provided the material for us to be able to do it. You know?
Put your head in, take your
Oh,
head
here
out,
we go.
shake it all about. We doing the hokey pokey, Miss Karen. Come on, girl.
I don't think she knows how to turn herself around anymore, but it's bad.
Turn yourself around.
That's what it's all about.
Hokey pokey.
Do we have any announcements today?
Oh, I forgot about announcements. I keep playing with your feet.
I
I'm
realize that
sorry.
you keep kicking me with all my feet. Like, I don't even know what's going on here. I'm like tucking my feet, and next thing I know, I'm getting kicked under the table. It's nonstop.
Okay, so Keith Scott.
Oh, happy
Jackie
birthday,
and
Keith
CJ's
Scott.
Yeah.
That
Jackie
was
and CJ's dad.
Yeah.
It was his
Jackie
birthday.
and CJ's father. It was his birthday. Happy
Who
birthday.
else? I'm not singing happy birthday to him. We don't need to sing happy birthday to him.
Well, okay, all right. Hey, I'm leaving it alone. See, I'm turning myself around. Turn around.
I don't know who else's birthday it was.
I'm down, Justin. Let's get some sponsors. You never know. Maybe we could do, I don't know, do a team up with Implicit Bias, and we'll just all go. Justin would have way too much fun with that, though. I tell you what.
Yes, he would.
You put Justin on a ship with a little whiskey and a cigar.
We could put Kashika in one of them little scooters. She gonna be running over everybody.
Y'all gonna be on that water slide trying to go down. I know y'all have no.
Hey, that water slide is fun. I'm just saying. Just throwing it out there.
When it's not like 40-degree weather, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next one will definitely go like in maybe a much warmer climate. Maybe like whenever school just starts back up, be a perfect time to go. Then you won't have a ton of kids.
Yeah.
Everybody be in school. We could just go and rule the ship.
There you go.
It's not a bad concept. Not a bad concept.
Fun for all.
Actually, I got a little thought process. Everybody that hasn't dropped a heart yet, let's drop a heart, because Miss Selene can't handle those thumbs up. And because she's not able to be with us, let's just drop a bunch of hearts for her. That way, whenever she goes back and watches the show, she's going to see all them hearts and be like, oh, they thought about me. Shut to it. Maybe not in those exact words, but it's about the same concept. No lie.
In October, Karen, that is a good.
That's not a bad concept. We may have to look into that.
Our first cruise was the last week of October to the first week of November.
It was
my birthday.
Because it was your birthday. And Tammy does like to go on. We do like to do trips on birthdays.
Yes.
We're special. We like to experience the world for birthdays. Let's not worry about cake and ice cream. Let's just go somewhere and have fun.
That's it. Look, Justin got a big old heart on there.
Oh, Justin, put that big heart in there. I might be able to pull one up myself. Everybody, post one.
For you.
That would be awesome.
Yes.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Hit the X. What are you doing?
I thought I was typing.
Oh my goodness. Click the comments. Jesus help us.
I thought I was typing.
Man, y'all have ever seen that there's a guy on different videos that is like a really skinny African fella from Africa. And he goes, Jesus Christ, on a motorbike. And I love it. It makes me feel so happy. Okay. So yes, I'm going to send a heart myself.
Look, Paris sent one. Go ahead.
Boom. There we go. Pat, drop a little heart like that. We know that she's going to have a blast whenever she comes back and sees this. And I think it's going to be one of those crazy weeks. So that would be wonderful. Thank y'all so much. Look, Paris.
Oh, I know, right?
Oh, Karen, in October is Karen and Ken's anniversary. Oh. Justin's birthday is in April. I don't know, Justin. That's a little quick.
What is your birthday date?
He don't know.
You know who else is in April, huh,
Who?
Justin?
Who else is in April?
His nanny.
Yeah, that is true.
His nanny.
That's probably why. That's probably why that was his nanny. I'm not going to
Oh.
discuss that because I think she liked him more than me, and that's okay.
Oh,
I
his
think.
is the 23rd. Okay. Mom's his nanny was the 19th.
Yes, 419, 1950.
Yep, yep,
I
yep,
remember
yep.
my mama's birthday. Do y'all?
I remember April 19th.
No, no, I didn't mean just you.
Oh.
Paris, you remember your mama's birthday without looking it up?
Paris does.
I bet Justin remembers his mama's birthday.
I bet Justin does.
Of course, she might whoop his butt until he did, but you know, I'll play it. I'll play it.
Get him, Miss Linda. She gonna punish him. She gonna
Oh,
holler
why
at
are
him.
you kicking me?
Look,
Oh
boy.
my goodness. Put your legs the other direction. You have everywhere to go.
Okay, okay.
I'm
We'll do it
worried
like
about
this.
you. Like I got bruises on my toes.
I ain't mean to do it.
I,
See,
I
look,
mean, you
Paris said
say
it.
that, but I don't know. Actually, I got a little something. Why don't you look in that box over there for us, Tim, and pull out that little card game? We're gonna have a little fun.
Oh man.
Come on, no, we're gonna do one. We will do one right before we end the show, just to smooth it all out. That way we know that we did it. Yes, every Tuesday we always make sure we do it. So the box is in there, and what we'll do is we're gonna cheat on this one, y'all. Oh, Justin, don't you look on that phone? You're supposed to know your mama's number. Birthday, same thing.
Miss Selene had put a card where the other one stopped, where we stopped last time.
Oh, I just mixed them up. I messed up. Ooh, I'm in trouble now. All right,
Brother, sister, hot mess.
right. Pick a card. Pick a
All
card,
right, all right, all right.
and just hold it. Hold it for the moment.
I'm holding.
When we get there, we're gonna hit this up.
All right, all right.
Justin said he got him a little
I
pipe
can only
going.
remember one.
I'm almost getting there.
His pipe. My dad has two. Oh, yeah. Paris.
We're not going to discuss that on live stream.
He may get
That's
in
okay.
trouble.
Look, as long as you have one, we're okay. Let's leave that alone. Change the look. Turn around. Every now and then you better get your butt out of that mess and turn around.
I don't remember the other one either, Paris.
Oh, I got a good one, Tammy. And this is going to be for each and every one of you watching tonight. So let's play this. What's something you think people tend to assume about you when they first meet you for the first time?
We pulled that card last time.
Oh,
I
we did?
remember my answer.
Well, then we can't play that one no more. Hold on. I'll pull another one.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, here's one. Here's a good one for everybody.
We're not getting ice on
we
your
are
dad.
not getting ice on your dad. You better stop that. President Trump gonna have your dad deported back to Laos. I don't even want to know what kind of complications that would be, because you know he's gonna be calling you to get him back.
And then he'll be calling us for money.
And at his age, we don't need to be getting him deported. That won't be good on his.
No.
That's gonna be bad.
No, you can't.
All right. Did we actually do this one yet?
No.
Okay. So I do have one that we haven't used yet. We're about to hit it. Are y'all ready? If you didn't worry about the consequences or what other people thought, what's something you would love to do? I'm kind of at the point where I really don't care what anybody thinks anymore. So everything that I've wanted to do, I'm pretty much there. Even if it was a one-time thing. Tam?
What is something I would do?
Yeah, if you didn't worry about the consequences or what other people thought, what's something you would love to do? Paris says kill. But you know what?
Paris, I'm done
I'm
with
about to
you.
block him on Facebook. I'm just gonna kick him off right now. That would be fun to
Rob
rob a
a
bank.
bank.
Actually, okay, so I'm gonna go back in high school for a minute. Back then, I used to have certain skill set that almost got me in a lot of trouble. I don't know if Tammy actually knows about this, but once upon a time,
Hey, Caillou.
when I was in high school, I actually received a letter from the FBI, and it did have that nice foil stamp on it, Federal Bureau of Investigation. And I thought my daddy was going to kill me
Mm-mm.
because it had to do with some illegal
Drive
movies.
naked. Love it.
I mean, technically, you can do that. I just wouldn't get pulled over.
Well, again, it all goes to not worried about what people think.
I mean, actually, if there wouldn't be any consequences, I'd probably like to drive a car, like want to go and basically borrow some kind of supercar and see how fast we can go down interstate. Kashika says, beat the crap out of her brothers.
Oh my.
Oh, that's violent.
Oh
Turn
my.
around. What's up, Caillou? How are you tonight, brother?
Caillou.
If you didn't have to worry about the consequences of what other people thought, what's something you would love to do, Caillou?
I don't know if I don't know if I don't I'll okay.
What would you do, Tam? If you
Uh,
didn't have to worry about consequences.
there's so many things that I would like to do and I don't do. Sometimes when people cut you off, I just want to like stop them and just like fuss. Just like
You
if
just
you,
want to have a hissy fit? Like you just
yes.
want to fuss and tell them how you feel and boom.
Yeah, like whenever people are driving in the slow lane and
Right,
on
I
the
agree because
interstate,
I've
I
seen you
just
with a
want
little
to
road rage, and you
want to
just get
ram
like,
into them real quick. Say,
okay,
get out my way.
jeez. Look, I'm just gonna let y'all know how Tammy gets when she gets excited. Tammy literally puts her hands up like this, and she'll go like this.
Okay.
She can't help herself. She go and like I don't
I don't do
understand
that.
it. Tammy, 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 you better turn around and stop lying to yourself. You do that on the regular. Oh my goodness, Tammy is kicking people out of the house and everything. My goodness, y'all have no clue what's going
Me
on.
and Karen's gonna ride shotgun.
Naked.
Naked. Naked. Let's go for it, girlfriend.
You know what? Y'all have the best of time doing it. I'm gonna stay home. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. Y'all go do it. I hope y'all have the best time of your life. Look, it'll be bad if you find that duck though. I found a duck.
Leave me and my duck alone.
And then having road rage naked, that's gonna be bad. Especially when you jump out that car naked and you fussing like, roar! Yeah.
All right, time for my question.
Justin, you need to stop that, buddy. Like, don't get me in trouble. I am on the up and up. I even asked permission to upload the video earlier. I am not about to get in trouble tonight. Look, it's Tuesday. I'm tired. Like, I was up to about 2, 3 o'clock this morning, cleaning and taking care of floors so that way we can move on. No, I'm not getting beat up tonight, y'all. Not me. You better second guess that. Go ahead, Tam. It's your turn.
So my question is,
okay.
What's something you find embarrassing?
Ooh.
I already know the answer to that one for me is that like at work,
yeah,
if I'm wrong about something,
you get embarrassed because you're wrong.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I was doing it, da 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 da, and they're like, no, Tammy, that's not right. And I'm like, oh.
Okay. So I will say this: I get a little embarrassed whenever I have food in my sink. It's weird, I know, and I've actually gotten to the point where I leave it alone and don't think about it because it's usually Jackie who takes care of it, so it's his responsibility. So I don't want to deal with it. I'm gonna let him deal with it. But I don't like having food in the sink. I'm okay with dirty dishes, just rinse them out. Like, I'm weird. I know it's crazy. And I'm not even saying I even tell anybody. But like, for real, it irks me. Like, I see that and I'm like, I'm filthy. That's nasty. That's nasty. There's
Yeah,
something wrong with you.
yeah, Karen, letting gas out in public is another one that's kind of embarrassing too.
I mean, sometimes it slips. It just happens. Justin, you don't get embarrassed at all. Your
Poo-poo in
son.
Paris
Your,
says, but poo-poo in my pants.
okay, so here's
Paris, you've done that enough when you were a
that's
child.
no. It may
it should be normal for you.
it may not actually. It may not. It may still be something that's happening.
Oh, I hope not. When people stare at me while I'm walking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you just throw your cane at them? Hit them with your cane and tell them to stop watching. Pop. Then you don't have to worry about the consequences. That'd be a new turnaround right there.
Can you walk weirder? Can you walk worse than what you do?
Yeah, actually, you
Throw
should make
little,
a you
throw
should make a
thing in
face.
there.
You should make like a Quasimodo face as you go.
Or make some noise.
Yeah, yeah, like I don't know, make animal noise or something as you're
Give
moving.
them something really
Give
to
them something
stare at.
really to watch. That might embarrass her more though. I see. I would do it because I'm just that person. I don't. It don't matter. All right, are we gonna do one more round? We got like 8 minutes to this show. Man, we're going pretty quick. Yes.
Or when the door greeter tried to get me to take the electric shopping cart thing.
Oh, that's not good.
No thanks, I got this. Watch me. You doing another one?
Yeah, let's try it.
Go for it.
And here, find you one.
Mm.
I think we actually did this one already. So I'll put that to the side. I'll put that to the side.
Yeah, this one we did. Oh.
I think we might have actually done this stack.
We didn't do all of them. You just mix them up.
I know.
Miss
Here you go. I did. I mixed them up a little bit.
You found you one?
I did. If they made a movie about your life, what would one of the high points be? I'm going to tell you. Always overcoming. Regardless of what happens, I've always found a way to make it through and continue on. One way or another, regardless of whatever crap, whatever good, whatever bad, the train doesn't stop. You have to keep moving. Life doesn't stop. You have to move on and you have to get through it, regardless if it's changing out floors because it got wet, dealing with home repairs, auto repairs, trying to fix relationships, people just not treating you right. So far, and I guess that's everybody, everybody that's on here. We're all living, we're all moving forward, we're all doing what we got to do. But yeah, that's one of my high points. Always been able to move forward because I've been dealt a couple of crap cards like everyone else. Ooh, Miss Karen says she can't answer this today. Oh my! All right,
wait, what was the question? I wasn't listening.
If they made a movie about your life, what would one of the high points be? Actually, you know what? Because my life would probably be a comedy. One of the highest points would be number one, Tammy throwing me into the ceiling fan.
I did not.
Number two, you know what? Danny throwing up a set of jumping jack fireworks, a big pack of them, and they landed in my hat and burnt my head, burnt my hand. That is a true story. Number three, I got ran over by an ambulance outside of the VA hospital in Alexandria. Number three, the VA hospital. I'm actually, or at the time, I was the youngest patient at the Veterans Hospital, which was kind of crazy. I was probably 7, 8 years old. Yeah, I was at the VA. I was probably younger than that, probably 5 or 6.
Yeah.
It's okay, Danny. I forgive you. I've forgiven you a long time ago, buddy. It's okay. I still got a scar on my head from when you blew me up. Um, Simple things. Stuff like that. Things that were comical and we got through. There was a couple of times I ditched my truck going fishing one time. It happens. We've done some funny stuff. You found you one, T Birdie? It's his true stories.
Oh. What's something that took you a long time to learn or understand? That being adult is not always what it cracks up to be.
I agree. Okay, so what's the question one more time?
What's something that you took what's something that took you a long time to learn or understand?
Okay, this one's going to get kind of deep. But something that took me a long time to learn or understand that sometimes people are just in life and their reactions to life aren't always your fault. That sometimes you get blamed for things and they're going through something else in life that has nothing to do with you. That just gets taken out on you. And you have to learn to let that go because it's not you. It has nothing to do with you. It was just somebody having a bad day or bad years or whatever. But I mean, yeah, life sucks, but we move forward.
UL 508A.
Yeah,
What's that?
that's the devil.
Oh, okay.
It's our UL listing, and it's a lot of
Oh,
gobbledygook that you have to follow
okay.
to be able to build panels and certify them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny, I do remember having that firework display. We basically had a large box of fireworks explode in the yard because we were having a firework war, and there was a couple of bottle rockets or something that landed in there, and it blew.
Where was
Ooh,
I?
you were gone by then.
Oh,
You
okay.
was you was you was living life with Jackie and Keith, maybe CJ,
Oh.
because it was out here in front
Oh, okay.
of Daddy's old trailer.
No.
Yeah, and we were across the field where Papa had his the you remember where the clothesline was?
Yeah.
And where he had like his produce and stuff on the
Mhm.
other side? Well, there
Mhm.
was nothing there because it was cold. And so somebody was in front of Daddy's trailer and
Mhm.
then somebody was across and they were shooting fireworks at each other. And there was a box somewhere towards the middle
Uh huh.
that got caught and that sucker went up like a nuclear bomb and there was fireworks everywhere. I'm surprised Daddy didn't whoop our butts more for that one. Cause it was we did some stuff. We've done some stuff.
Mm. Kashika says that she can't make everybody happy.
I
No.
agree. And you shouldn't have to. If a person is dependent upon you for happiness, they're in the wrong concept to begin
Yeah,
with.
you need to make yourself happy.
Correct. You have to be happy within yourself and you share that with somebody. You're not just going to make somebody happy and you never will make anybody happy. Just like you will never change somebody. Somebody has to make that conscious decision to change for themselves. Now, you may inspire them to do that, but for the most part, people don't change, not unless they want to. Talk about a turnaround there.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah. No, no, devil.
This Karen's like, no,
No.
no.
No, sir. Not today.
Weird,
Yeah.
right?
They
Well,
need gummies and shrooms, then they can find
I mean,
happiness.
let's be real. If you need all that just to find happiness, maybe you're looking in the wrong place to begin with. You got to find happiness deeper than gummies and shrooms.
It's more
That's
than
not
gummies and
good.
shrooms.
There's more to life than just that. And I think being happy is much of a feeling of being like addict. It's more along the lines of feeling at peace. I think peace is really the true happiness that most people are looking for. George just brought me a candy cigarette.
Ooh, I hadn't had one of those in a long time. That's
Who's
old.
who's George?
I don't know who George is,
Is
but
George your imaginary friend? Jewel. You know what? I'm gonna sip my water on that because I don't. Mm.
that was a big mistake.
I'm gonna be like Kermit the Frog and sip my water on that one, buddy. Lord, Jewel just brought.
Where'd
I
she
haven't
find
seen those in
at?
forever. Like the only place I could think where you could buy those at is like Candyland Cottage, huh?
I,
Justin says, "I've been drinking. Leave me alone.
oh.
Turn around."
Hey, Veronica. What's
Hey,
happening,
girl.
girlfriend?
What's up, Veronica?
Hey, I'm glad I got to sit with y'all the other night
Yeah,
whenever
we
y'all
got to
came
have
in.
dinner with Veronica and Joey. That was fun. Maybe next time you're in, we'll really do it.
Yeah.
J&W in
In
iota.
iota.
Oh, I didn't know they actually had that. Sometimes I worry about some of the stuff on their shelves, but the other times they have really good stuff. It's
Yeah.
weird,
Yeah. Yeah.
strange. I don't go to J&W that often. Do you, Tim?
No.
No, I go to
No.
Mark Falls more than anything. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a member of the Eganites in that regards. I just don't live in Egan.
I understand.
We miss you too. When you gonna be back in town?
Woo!
Because we're gonna do it up when you come back. Don't forget to holler at us. Never know. We might be able to get with Justin. We'll just do a whole shindig. Boy, y'all don't even
We
know.
can go DI's this time.
Yeah. DI's or at least not Daryl's. It's too loud in there to have a bunch of
Daryl's is
people.
loud.
But
DI's might be loud too,
we did get
though.
to go to Daryl's with Sissy and Chris recently, and that was
Yes.
fun.
Yes, that was fun.
We really been tagging up on all the family members lately. Because in the past couple of months, we've had dinner with Justin and Kashika and Joey and
Veronica.
Veronica, and we
Sissy
met up
and
with
Chris.
Sissy and Chris.
Yep.
And I got to go see Landon last week. That was amazing. I'm gonna try to catch him up this week. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or Sunday, but y'all keep him in your thoughts and prayers.
Yes.
Because he's made some decisions and he is learning to live with that and taking care of himself and doing what he needs to do to move forward, which is the best thing we can do.
That's good.
All we can do is say some prayers, make sure, oh, look. But we say some prayers and we just make sure that, keep Jesus straight.
Yes, we
See,
are
Veronica
talking about
and
going.
Joey wants to jump on that cruise too because we had a conversation. I'm telling you, we're gonna have a show cruise. That's how we're gonna figure it out.
We're
Gonna figure it out and we're gonna get it, bro.
Yep.
He is by his people, brother, and that's what we do. Because I know Crowley people.
I blow my horn every time I pass. It may not be him, but it's me.
That's right. That's right.
The red Honda. There goes the red Honda blowing her horn.
I'm going to have to let him know the red Honda's you. The silver Dodge is me. The red Dodge is me.
Right.
And we just going to keep it up. Keep it up.
I blow a horn every time.
Boop, boop.
Yep.
You didn't turn around, though.
No, I didn't turn around. Nobody's ever out there. I don't know if I can actually go over there.
No, you can only go at certain times.
Oh.
But there's certain times on Wednesday and Sundays that you can go. It's actually a really good program from what I've seen so far, and I'm really happy with the decisions he's made. I'm proud of him. Right. Everybody makes mistakes, and we do what we got to do to fix them. That's turning yourself around, and that's
there
just
you
real.
Go.
We've hit an hour.
Admitting to the mistake.
Admitting to the mistake is the biggest part and the first part. And doing whatever restitution it takes.
Yes.
Regardless of going and tell somebody you're sorry. Sometimes it's
admitting to it is
sometimes you gotta do a little work. Yeah. Sometimes it takes some effort to get that right. But admitting and working towards making it better is what makes us different. And what makes us not just stuck. Because there's a lot of people stuck in the world and they feel like they're never wrong. And we're all wrong sometimes. We're all wrong sometimes. Yeah. But that's great. That's great. It's been a good show, y'all. I didn't even realize an hour's passed by, but it's been fun.
It has been fun.
We're going to do this again Thursday night. Tam, you got any shout outs?
To all my family members that are listening, I love you all. Even if you're not family and you're listening, I love you too.
Y'all like family. We choose family around here. And if
uh,
you're on this show, you know we love you.
yep, yep, yep. All my work people out there, love
Basic
you
supply in
guys.
the house.
Whoop, whoop. I like it. I love Exco too. I love y'all too.
Well, Exco's a rare group of people, but I love them folks. They some good people. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming and hanging out with us and, giving us a reason to do this show. You know, it's a good thing. It keeps us out of trouble. It's positive. We all get to meet up with each other. Exco, give it to you. Yeah, you're right. DMX in the house. I do not own rights to that song. Do not sue me, the family of DMX. But we love you guys. And like Miss Selene always says, we love each and every one of you like Jesus does. So if you see her, send her a heart. We will be back here Thursday night with another fresh episode and something to talk about. That's Real Heart Talk, you guys. We love you guys. Have a good night.
Bye.